Let's go through LeetCode 3153, sum of digits difference of all pairs. For this question, it gives us integer array nums, and let's find the digit difference between two pairs, all of the, and sum them up. So let's look at the example, right? So there, for this kind of nums, there are three pairs. Actually, three numbers, so there are three pairs. That is, if there are n, should be n multiplied by n minus 1 divided by two pairs. And for the pair 1, 3 and 2, 3, right? So for the 10th digits, the difference is 1, right? 1 and 2, that is 1. And also 1, 3, 1, 2, the first digits, the difference is 1, right? And 2, 3 and 2, 1, and they have differences for 2 and 1, that is 1, and 3 and 2, that is 1, add up to 2, right? So if we know this kind of length is 10 to the power 5, if we do pair by pair, that is will be n multiplied by n minus 1 divided by two pairs, right? So that will be TRE. So what we're thinking about is that we know this kind of number should be smaller than 10 to the power 9, right? So what about we, from the length, we have an array, right? So for example, this is the first length, let's whatever, index from 0 to 9, right? And we can, for every digits, we can have the counts of 0, right? Count 0, count 1, count 2, right? Until count 9. And also for this one, count 0, count 1, and count 9, right? So we go through this kind of nums and calculate for every digits, right? Every position, the counts. For example, we have if this numbers, for example, it is 3, 2, 1, right? So we know for this one there is 1, right? This position 0, that is 1 should plus plus, and this position C2 plus should plus plus, right? And this position 3, right? Should C3 count 3 plus plus. So we can open a length to be 9, right? And two-dimensional array. And for each array, we use an int also from should be 10, right? This also be 10, right? Because this is smaller than this one. This one, we, for each one, we have this kind of to represent the count 0 to 9, right? So if we have for example, for all of these numbers, the first digits, right? It is an one-dimensional array from 0 to 9, right? So if we have 0 appears, for example, 100 times, 1 appears 50 times, right? So what we do is that we just use to follow, right? From 0 to 8, or smaller than 9, right? Then G from I plus 1 smaller than 10, right? Then we have for this kind of position, our result at equal to count I multiplied by count J, right? So that means we sum up the diff for all of the nums in this kind of position, right? And then sum up all of the diff in this kind of position until we sum up all of that, right? So that will be our result. Doing like this, we do O N, right? To do the counting. And then this is an I say this will be a 10, right? And also this is about after this one, this will be 9 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 10, right? So that is some kind of constants after doing the counts summations, right? So after doing this analysis, let's begin to write code. So we have let's use an counts array equals new int 10 multiplied by 10, right? So the counts I j, so I is the ith digit, and j is means this digit is from 0 to 9, right? For this digit. So we do the calculations for int num in nums. So what we do is that let's have an index that equals to 0. And once in a while, this num doesn't equal to 0. We'll have counts index. Okay. Actually, normally we want to put the index on the right, right? Smaller. But for this one, we just want to sum them up. So put it on the left. It should be the same result, right? And we should have a num mod 10 plus plus, right? And then we should have num divided by 10, right? Divide equal by 10. And then we should have this index should increase. So then let's count the result, right? Long result equals 0, and for int. So this is for digits, the ith digits, right? So count the count of ith digits. What we do is that the result should plus equal to 1L multiplied by let's do this for int I equals 0, I smaller than 10, 9, right? I plus plus. And I will say for j equals I plus 1, j smaller than 10, j plus plus, right? So we'll have results at equal to 1L multiplied by count I multiplied by 1L multiplied by count j, right? And in the end, we return results. And convert this to Python code. So we'll have counts equals should be 10 for multiplied by 10 for in range 10. Okay. Zero multiplied by 10, right? 0 multiplied by 10. Doing like this. So what we do is that for num in nums, right? Nums will have index equal to 0. And while num doesn't equal to 0, right? So we should have counts index. We should have num mod 10 plus equal to 1, right? And also we should have num divide equal to 10, and we should have index plus equal to 1, right? Then we have result equal to 0 for count in counts for I in range 9. Okay. For j in range I plus 1 to 10, right? Then we'll have result plus equal to count I multiplied by count j. And in the end, we'll return the results.